Today we visit Abundance Community Farm near Vancouver, Canada, where an exciting experiment in sustainable and regenerative culture is taking place.
Welcome to Abundance Community Farm. We've got 40 acres of land here. 20 acres of it is flat and 20 acres of it is this beautiful mountain. We have 2 houses and 2 barns on the property.
Tell us about the community agriculture model you've got going on here at the farm, because it's a little bit different than what's out there now.
The idea behind the community agriculture model is that the members of the CA group come to the farm and work together to grow food for themselves. So instead of having a farmer grow for us, we are the farmers ourselves. And the advantage is that we get connected to the land, we know our food, and more importantly, we get connected with the community. It's not feasible for many of us to come and live on a land because, we have our lives in the city. So we come on weekends, grow our food, co-create gathering, connect, build deep community, and then we go back to the city during the week. So it's a hybrid model between a farming lifestyle and a city lifestyle.
According to Amir's calculations, using this model, each acre of land cultivated can meet the produce needs of about 100 people. To use their local example, community agriculture could provide the entire Metro Vancouver population, over 2.5 million people, with their in-season produce using only 2% of the land within a 1.5-hour radius of the city.
So like we do here at Abundance, we start with some gratitude, and I just want to welcome you all to Abundance Community Farm. I was invited to come and live out at Abundance and grow food and grow community. My primary motivation and attraction to be able to grow food organically using permaculture principles and be part of the solution, taking care of the soil and doing it right.
I lived in the East End of Vancouver for the last 25 years. I came out for the farm warming in August of last year, and I have always wanted to live on land communally, to be more sustainable. So I just started coming out every weekend. Soil's amazing.
Better than I thought.
Yeah. It looks so clay, so you wonder if it's going to give us anything, but absolutely. None of us are farmers originally. We're all urban dwellers. We've all come out to the farm to create this together. None of us are experts in farming. We have a lot of knowledge in our community, so we're learning as we go. When we were doing our planting, people were so happy to get their hands in the dirt and to see plants going in the ground and planting seeds, because many people had never done anything like that before. So to have that opportunity to put something in the ground and then to come back and see it growing and to pull it out and eat it, people think it's a miracle. And people are just so disconnected from where our food comes from and what it takes to grow. We're now eating from the garden every day.
Keep going, you're clear? No, keep going, okay, clear. Okay, go up, done.
I'm one of the main guy in the construction core of the farm. You believe that you're part of the organism of the farm because you're from the get-go of everything's growing. You're observing it, you're participating in it, and you're cooking it, you're washing the dishes, and there is no money that get hand to hand.
This is about my 5th time coming. I live in Vancouver. Back home, I'm from Nicaragua. My father has a coffee farm. To be able to have access to the countryside, to the land, working with the plants and touching them and the texture, it's soothing to the nervous system. I think in the city we're always kind of agitated because of all of the demands we have on us. Life is increasingly expensive in a city like Vancouver. Everybody knows the pressures around real estate, people getting pushed out of the city. So it's nice to be able to see another way of living and to bring our children to have an experience that they wouldn't otherwise. When will they have an opportunity to get their hands in the dirt, see a plant grow, and then you come back next month and it was just shocking to see like everything grew so much. It's just like it was so bountiful. It's amazing. It's amazing.
As a child growing up in Iran, my best memories were of weekends with my family at my grandparents' farm, climbing trees, hiking mountains, picking fruit, and gathering around the fire at night with my cousins to hear the elders tell their stories. I came to the West in my 20s, went to school and made a life for myself here. Yet, despite all the satisfaction and privilege of living in as great a city as Vancouver, I always felt something crucial missing: a sense of disconnection in my urban lifestyle. As a scientist, I'm very aware of the formidable challenges we face, which stem from the fundamental way we're doing things on the planet. I've spent a lot of time thinking about how I could contribute something meaningful to these challenges.
It's really good.
It was these influences which led to my decision to sell my home in Vancouver and seek the land that would become Abundance Farm. We're living in this time of huge disruptions and uncertainties. Our model of community is one way we can better face these challenges together. We're a community of over 100 regular members working together to actively create a sustainable and resilient culture. It really allows us to have a better life with less. The farm allows us urban folks to get our hands in the dirt, connect to the food we eat, and receive that incomparable taste that comes only from harvesting when fully ripe. The farm is also a sanctuary to recharge, to get out in nature, and reset our nervous system from the stresses of life in the city. And honestly, this is fun. We're practicing the values of community and stewardship of land and doing it in a way that's a celebration of those values. This is an opportunity for us to create a lifestyle that truly feeds us. With community comes depth and intimacy. Thus, we need to develop the tools to navigate the inevitable differences that arise. Use them as an opportunity for growth and deepening trust within our community. I want to see our kids grow up this way, planting and harvesting their own food and knowing what a true sense of community feels like. At Abundance Farm, we're growing a working model of a community-based culture, and we're excited to share our vision with the world out there.
the community to participate in the whole process, from the siblings to cooking the food and putting the table and eat together, is the most profound act of activism in my mind.
The timing of it with the rising food prices is just the state of the world for people to learn how to grow their own food and how to be a part of a collective that works together in unity. It's an introduction back to a way of being that is most natural for all of us.
Yeah, I call my happy place. So when I'm driving out from the city, my happiness factor just raises the closer I get to the farm.
That moment of discovery, like, wow, we're really doing this as a community. We're not just talking about it, we're doing it.
I believe our primary focus should be changing ourselves, our culture, our values, because it is really our inner world that creates our outer world. So instead of having this individualistic lifestyle that we have in the city, here we come to the land and, we'll together for a couple of days, we eat together, we live together, and that brings a different fabric to the community. We need to deal with each other. We need to be vulnerable, we need to be open. So it is a different way of living, and it gets much deeper, much more real, I would say. All the residents of the city can contribute to a community-based initiative that grows their food, better connection, better support system, and at the same time we can reduce our footprint because we share resources. So that's like really a meaningful way of building resiliency, having fun, and building a better future.